this morning, there is this video that I've seen circulating on social media that I want us to talk about. But before we talk about that video, let's listen to the current minority whip in Parliament. I don't know if I'm not mistaken. One second, fellow Ghanaians. Give me a second. Let me do this really quick. Yeah, please let's power tap on the screen. Let's like the video and share the video to call a lot of people to join whilst we start the program. Thank you so much, Alex. Alex, let's share the video. Who else is here? Mary. Mary, let's share the video. Let's put it on our timelines and our WhatsApp status to we need to have a deeper conversation on it. There's a trending video. I don't know if you've seen it. Some young man butchering, another human being. I don't know what that guy has done, but for whatever reason, I don't think no individuals has the right to take the laws into their hand in such a manner, and something needs to be done. We are calling on the IGP. If you have seen that video, please do tag it, share it on your social media handles to call the leadership of this country to act on this. Please, let's share the video and Alexandra, thank you. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. Let's keep liking the video. If you just join us right now, if you just join in right now, let's keep power tapping on the screen and sharing the video to reach a lot of viewers. Let's listen to this particular video I'm about playing. If you just join in, good morning once again to you. The name has always been Rab the Philoghanese. I always come your way to have a deeper conversations with you as to how best we can all build our nation. There is this trending video going on trending on social media right now. Some young men, I think about 6 or 7 of them, holding cutlasses and knives and assaulting a fellow individual, which I think that the IGP must be called to action immediately. I don't know what this guy has done. I am not condemning whatever these guys are doing from the other side as well, because if you might know what this guy has done, maybe you'll be even happy for the young men doing whatever they are doing. But for whatever reason, the law is the law. And always, we cannot take the laws into our own hands and be doing things in that manner. But before I play that video, let me play this video to say something to the president.
President Mahama will be president again. You never thought. So you are one of the people that believe that President Mahama won't come back.
Yes,
you believe.
I believe.
Hand to heart.
Yes, seriously. Why? Because from what I was seeing in the country and the feedback I was getting, people said that, well, for what he did and what we have known him for, it's not the risks we want to take.
He's back.
That's what I'm saying. You should never say never. It's just to emphasize the point. And I've eaten my humble pie because of the margin with which he won. I realized that God can do anything. Anything.
It is possible for God to do.
It is.
This is a special advice to the party in opposition. Yeah. This is Anodom Prayer who was speaking right now, and Anodom Prayer was being interviewed by Bolare, and they were talking about John Mahama becoming a president back again, and he feels that John Mahama was not supposed to have been the president, or he never expected, I beg your pardon, John Mahama to become a president again. And I always say this, that as somebody who have been following politics, and if we are being very honest to ourselves as a country, comparing John Mahama's government from even 2012 to 2016, and that of Nana Addo's government from 2016 to 2024, it's like you comparing Efiri Banye to Cristiano Ronaldo. I always say this, and it's not like I say this based on, some kind of, you have a feeling or something for John Mahama. No, it is because of what John Mahama always keep doing. What this man keep doing all the time tells you how smart, intelligent, and some kind of guy be a woman, right? Let me play this video to you. Let me take this off. And I want to prove to you why. I know many people have seen the video at the United Nations summit they just went, okay? And Ekufuado last summit.
The assembly.
Let's listen to Nanado. We are John Mama. Oh, that be Mami John Mama and few. Now, member Nanado the first. But I know those on YouTube wouldn't see what I'm talking about. But as I'm playing the video, I will interpret it.
The General Assembly will hear an address.
Even the American president, the American president Donald Trump complained about the teleprompter that they used when he was coming. The escalator wasn't working at the venue, United Nations, whatever. And when
I request protocol to escort His Excellency.
India.
Let's pause here first. Obekasa, don't worry. Right? And Donald Trump was actually complaining about what do you call it? The escalator that is not working. And when he got to the room as well, when he was about speaking, the teleprompter was not also working. And that was a challenge for Donald Trump. But when you watch the video of John Mahama, apart from what John Mahama said and how people are taking it, the international community, the Caribbeans, the African Americans, the other people are really taking this whole conversation. I want you to just listen to Nanado and go watch some of these videos Nanado actually did, okay? Which I am not saying that Nanado did anything wrong with that delivery, right? He was just going by the flow, because that is what usually everybody that comes for the United Nations Summit, or they go for big programs, that's how they do, all right? Even the first time I saw that thing was when the NDC was actually launching their manifesto at Winneba. I was there. And when the president was speaking was when I saw the teleprompter, when he was reading from it, and I'm like, oh, okay, so there is a screen that they see these things and they read from, most of the time. I think that was where I saw that thing. But listen, Nanado speaking at the last United Nations Summit, yeah? Already back no washe pipim already. Okay, no washe pipim. Watch this. Mom go Facebook, Let's listen to Nanado.
A day we have set aside to commemorate him. We believe it is time Africa comes of age.
Washe book him.
Holds its rightful place on the world stage.
Wasiashim.
This Africa will be neither a pawn nor a victim.
Wasiashim. 3.
This Africa will be
4.
honest to itself and to the world.
Reading from the book
this
now.
Africa will shed its cloak of poverty.
Washe book him.
We are not under any illusions about the hard work that it will take to achieve our stated goal. But we are not afraid of hard work. We know that a critical ingredient in making sustainable economic progress is to ensure a stable democratic system of governance.
That's true.
I believe we're making this progress in Ghana. After years of political turmoil and the accompanying economic chaos, a consensus has emerged in our Fourth Republic. We have had political stability for the last 25 years.
I've lost count. Easier as a Nana Shebu Krim or Kaima, I say an uncle already news, or Shem no Omokran do on more teleprompter, but we or Shem no account, or Shem no account, or Shem no account, or Shem no account, which there is nothing wrong with it. But let's go see the difference between John Mahama and Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Yeah, I always say this. Me, it's not like I say, that politicians, NDC and MPP are all the same. They are politicians. Their main objective is to do whatever they will do to win elections and take over political power and do the least they can do for their people. If the people are not holding them accountable, they go waywire and do as they please, and they don't give a about the people, right? But certain individuals within the political parties, and I'll play one of them. I have listened to this young man a couple of times, and I really respect him a lot. Regardless of, we are all human, and I can relate myself in him whenever I am listening to him. And I'll be playing his video. But before then, let's listen to John Mahama. Let's listen to
the assembly.
There is no teleprompter.
Thank you.
About the paper be
Madam President, Mr. Secretary General, Excellency.
So na John Mahama na ntie ne ya because all kasa ne ya no kakra na opepa ne hwene ne ade otumu se oluma ekodu ye no awona boewura ne mu awoni hia no na weather changes ne ade so as asenti ofin futuro no mu kowura we ne mu na eje se enye kura ama no but still na oluma so obekasa.
Ladies and
you can
gentlemen.
Class or kasa with the team. So ladies and gentlemen, madam, what I say, by gentlemen.
80th session of the United Nations General Assembly.
Ulumai. Sa batakali we ya why wadwene say baby a obeku bia obehye batakali ne ebehwehwem. I say baby Ulumai beku bia no one wintwa African way that the political suit bi Kwame Nkrumah na no we twa ye friend saying a smog. I don't get it. I say, senior Pan-Africanist be by Mr. President. There is no Pan-Africaner on pin Yuma man in Mebunu. Please, whatever you need to do to make sure that international respect that you are gaining, we need to also start gaining the local respect for you. Mr. President, there are a lot of means. We have been on the street, we talk with the youth, we relate with the youth. The youth are calling us, they look up onto us. Some of the things that we used to be telling the previous government, we became an enemy to them, Mr. President, we are there to tell you what is on the ground. The youth are expecting a lot from you, which is jobs. And if the youth start getting it, and this Armenian job, Mr. President, especially to do with sanitation, agriculture, in fact, you go to Mr. President. By the way, dia kasani delivery in this speech, Master. guy, Papa ni a guy.
Speak about Africa's role in the future of this organization. However, it's impossible to do that without first considering the collective role that Africa played in its founding.
Obi, na there to comment section, wasn't it? It looks like a duck, swims like a duck, quack like a duck, then it must be a duck. That's it. Where says Aquadia, that's a Shatawali, Eddie rhyming. So as I say, a punchline,
which was relatively insignificant.
Or the paper call you.
Of the 51 member states involved in the founding of the United Nations in 1945, only 4 were African. Egypt, Ethiopia, Liberia, and our 24-hour economy initiative promises to transform our economy. And there's a renewed willingness amongst our people to trust that their elected officials have Ghana's interests at heart and that we're progressing together. Madam President, I believe that in honor of this milestone celebration, the United Nations should also embark on a process of serious recalibration and establish its own reset agenda. Since the organization's founding, the number of UN member nations has nearly quadrupled. And quite frankly, it is not the same world that it was back then when the UN was formed. I mentioned earlier that I began my second non-consecutive term as president this past January. My first term ended in January 2017. In that span of time, 8 years, the world has changed with such ferocity.
Let's power tap on the screen. Let's like the video, share the
after my
video.
return, felt as though I had just awakened from a Rip Van Winkle style sleep. Now, no, that was only after 8 years.
I have waked up from a fragmental curse. Hey, that it go for go see how they way. Then I do so kasa utu say most of the brofubia be sim the I have waked up from a wrinkle style. Hey, no mama.
Imagine that to be like after 80 years since the founding of the United Nations. In 1945, the sun had not yet set on the largest empire in history.
That was Africa.
The most common mode of international travel was by sea. The personal computer had not been invented, let alone made portable. Winston Churchill declaring that an iron curtain has descended across the European. Libraries have been digitized so that volumes of literature can exist on a small device, small enough to fit inside your pocket. We live in a world of...
Mr. President, that is why, let me speak a bit about what you just said. That is why in these modern days of civilization, people are supposed to be accorded. I remember I came to the Flagstaff House once when there was a program going on, this accountability, whatever, that happens, by the ministers where they will come and address the media. And I remember coming there as a social media influencer, as a journalist, a freelance journalist, or somebody who is into the media. And I was asked that, where is my camera? And I told them my camera is, the phone I'm using. And they said, no, journalists, it's all about the camera. I think we have gotten to the modern times where certain gadgets needs to be recommended. See, Mr. President, this is one of the most powerful cameras right now in terms of vlogging and covering of stories. This is one of them. These phones that we hold, this phone, and these ones are some of the powerful gadgets right now that would actually help cover certain important stories in our media space right now that needs to be respected. But then most of the time they expect you to be carrying the bigger cameras, and I don't think that we are also putting ourselves, or the people we employ, the people in our offices, are also being briefed with a modernized way of responding to some of these situations. Because when some of us come out to, we don't have that money to be buying the bigger, apart from the money, even the mobility you just mentioned. building of, small gadgets, which is very mobile and all those stuff, are modernized ways of, right now doing things very easy and efficient, right? So I think that the people within our offices and our educational structures should be restructured as well, Mr. President. There were a lot of unaccepted and unprofessional response and attitude from certain people within certain offices when you come there to cover certain things, and sometimes it even comes from certain top officials. They will be like, those with their phones should stand aside, please. The real journalists who are holding cameras. And I'm telling you, Mr. President, some of the phones certain people, some of us carry, some of this mini cameras, are so powerful and can capture a very good footages than some of these big cameras you see. And I think these are some of the things that we should be encouraging and talking to our people to also learn from. Thank you. Mr. President, continue.
Cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence, social media, the internet and its dark hidden dungeon of the dark web, all of which carry...
Mr. President, I know some of your top officials will be watching this video, and as you mentioned artificial intelligence and IT, and I need to also add cybersecurity as well. I think we have gotten to that point in our country where we need to start investing a lot into IT, cybersecurity, and Communications Minister, Mr. Sam George, should start having conversations with top IT personnel who are Ghanaians who are willing. I once had a call from one individual from the US who is one of the big guys in the tech space in America who wanted to meet our minister, but then he reached out to me that, oh Ralph, we've seen you one or twice with the minister, and I don't know if you can help me get closer to him so that we can have a deeper conversation as to how best we can train some young people to get into the tech space, to also change the narrative of our young people to have interest in the IT and the tech space. And for over months, I remember meeting the Minister of Communication at the Parliament, which he said I should reach out to his secretary. But I will plead, Mr. President, that you have a lot on your desk. A lot is going on in terms of infrastructure and your big push. But I think that the National Cathedral building, I don't know if engineers can look into it and drawn it and build it either for apartment complex, but one of the topmost things I would wish that particular building, because a lot of people are really raising concerns. Some people are saying that because of the enclave, it's fine itself, they can use it for residence for top officials or government workers and doctors for rich. I remember one time, I was having a conversation in a trotro once, and one guy who was sitting right beside me was like, oh, even if you're able to make your residence crowd, my doctors within the range now, hall, so if there is emergency, doctors can't have no excuses of saying that, oh no, move your nearby and they are driving and they are late and all this kind of things. But I think that place can be used for multi-purpose system where we can build one of the biggest IT centers in the middle of Accra, where all the and you see that there is the BNI or national security also around that area, right? So they can collaborate. Yeah, we can build a very big tech space or tech hub around that area where we'll integrate cybersecurity, AI learning and programming and all those things the IT can build. Yeah, we can fuse it in there. We need something big. Mr. President, I know and I believe that you believe in the future. You want that kind of future for African generation because you are speaking as Nkrumah, yeah? And I'm wearing this for a reason this morning, right? And I think that if we can have that kind of a society, we need to first build a society of young going so that they will be able to build the society that will be more encouraging to other people to emanate from. Mr. President, I have a lot of things to do. This is what I want to talk about today. So let me quickly allow the president to speak.
A potential threat to global peace and security. Climate change is real, and we're fighting a losing battle against the loss of Maldives and other island nations to the rising sea level, against the loss of Timbuktu to desertification, and the Amazon forest to global warming and deforestation. Madam President, the UN Founding Charter is outdated when it comes to representation in this August Assembly. The most powerful post-World War II nations are still being rewarded with an almost totalitarian guardianship over the rest of the world. And yet, the first sentence in Chapter 2, Article 1 of the UN Charter declares that the organization is based on the principle of sovereign equality of all its members.
You see? Let me pause. I didn't come here to play John Mahama's. I know a lot of people who are into, listening to what the president says and all those stuff have listened to this video countless of times. But the only reason why I wanted to come and play this as a funny thing, yeah, but something really came up and I need to talk about it. But all that this president John Dramani Mahama was talking about was coming from the head, straight like that. It's like this man has a lot in his mind that he wants to spill, he wants to talk about, yeah. And I know the time that he was given, he would have, and everything is coming from up you, like, man, this is something that was coming from the president, like nitrim. Man, it's sad, but it is what it is. Let's is it come to Kumasi and speak against just leave this as deal with the main topic of discussion, yeah. So, Mr. President, I think we need to have more conversations on this. We need to talk deeper about some of these issues confronting us locally as well. I know globally Africa has an issue and that we need to talk about, but this time I think we need to also come home and have discussions. And why did I start this video today? There is this circulating video, but before then, you see this friend then John Mahama na dio koye yi. E Ghana fon kwa na feel you. Muntie mami we.
You said you listened to the president's speech.
I listened to the president's speech.
John Dramani Mahama.
And I'm from the UK.
Right.
My parents come from Jamaica.
Right.
I had to listen to that speech 3 times.
3 times?
It was the best speech I've heard. And I am so happy that now, from the continent, we're standing up and finding our worth. If you want me to come to Ghana, I'm willing.
Do you remember anything the president said that struck you? Like?
What struck me was he talked about the slavery.
Right.
He talked about if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
It swims like a duck.
That was in 2015.
What was that?
I've always known about that.
Man.
You pay them reparation, but you don't want to pay the actual people that were in damage reparation. So I enjoyed that. He talked about everything. He covered it all. And I'm honestly, best speech going.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So, Mr. President, the international community is really enjoying you, appreciating you. And I love what this woman said when he said, John Mahama really covered everything. This woman is not speaking for like Ghanaians, so she's speaking for herself, the Caribbeans, those that went through or that are still in the trauma of slavery. This woman is speaking for them, right? That the president actually spoke what is on their hearts for them, right? And Mr. President, Akaye Yewofi, come and speak for us, because Charlie, and I made mention of someone that I really see myself in him, yeah, whenever I listen to him. And this is the person I'm talking about. See, I have listened to this man countless of times, but there is a video that I want us to listen after our demonstration. Let's listen to the deputy operations whatever for the title. Almost saying it's about a fight against Galamsey, and let's listen to Mr. Mustafa Bandi.
This morning I happen to have been mandated with the full powers of the party NDC as acting general secretary. On that foundation, we commit to this force that together we must succeed the fight against illegal mining. We must succeed dead or alive.
Let's pause here. We must succeed dead or alive. This is by hook or crook. Thank you, Mr. Thank you. For after when we did the Galamsey demonstrations in the last regime, a week like this, we were actually in the police cells hoping to go to court tomorrow. Yes. This is barely a week. We had a demonstration on Stop Galamsey. Last year, this time, we're actually getting ready, preparing ourselves in the police cells to go to court. And under this government, this I'm more beyond construction more. So akwane we bibi. Where cocoa gin. This is cocoa gin. Cocoa gin kube. You to try the ginger afra. Yache. Ya no Ghana ha ya. Nti omo a mo mama pe snacks ne ade no. Motebo ka mo a. Mo pe snacks ne ade. Very nice. High Park. Yeah, for na coconut and ginger chips. Any very very nice. Very very nice pan. Who are yes. So last year by this time, now you prepare about court either to be sent to Insawum or back to the police cells or come home. This year, after our demonstration, even though the government actually allowed us to peacefully protest without any intimidations from the government, right after the demonstration, we have the deputy director of operations at the presidency coming out and addressing the protests we had and telling us that they are willing and ready to fight Galamsey. And I'm hoping that this wouldn't be a rhetoric, because yes, there are some individuals today going around river bodies and other places, Galamsey sites, taking videos and coming out and propagating that agenda on social media that it is even this government that is doing the Galamsey. And some of us are very and highly disappointed that a government that says that they are going to repeal some of the laws in respect to mining in our forest reserves today are actually watching people destroy our water bodies, environment, quote unquote, and doing nothing about it. But right after the demonstration, Mr. Mustafa Bandi, who sometimes, and I will show you why, I will prove to you why I'm saying that, when this man speaks, I see myself in him. Yeah? He comes out to say by hook or crook, we need to fight this, whether dead or alive. I wish and believe that this will become a reality. Let's continue listening to him.
The commendations that we deserve. But you are not defending people, but nature. And
Thank
nature
you.
will reward you.
Exactly.
Nature will breathe through all of you for your protection of the next generation. Colleagues, many have failed, but this team is here to succeed. Your success is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable to the extent that the most powerful person in this country is excellent. So if anybody goes in the name of a political color, please arrest the person. Please arrest the person. If anybody comes with the name of the president, please arrest the person. That is the only way you will succeed. We are also going to ensure that even those who have mined in the past, there will be a scheme to ensure they face the rigors of the law.
Thank you.
We are not going to gather here again to think of another way to bring an end to illegal mining.
Thank you. Mr. Bandy, I don't know, but you owe me. I mean, I owe you or you owe me. Like, I owe you a lot. Yeah, I think that's the right word. I owe you. Yes. This is what I have been hoping to hear. That the government is not only going to fight the people doing the galamsey today, but those that has destroyed our water and environment in the past, the government will start dealing with them. When we go to these forest reserves, the evidences are there. Yeah? Erastus Asaridonko, my senior, has all the videos. Those that jumped into any forest to go and destroy them in any era, whether this era or then a government, those people will pay for the consequences of what they have done to this country. Today, there are people going around thinking that, oh, today galamsey is going on. They have the moral right, the moral turpitude to go around and be telling this government, oh, go ahead. You see, this government is doing galamsey. It's so anything. We will go to the forest, we will go to the archives, look into the books, and bring to book whoever that went to any forest reserve to go and mine in there, destroy the forest, destroy the waters, and they will face the consequences of what they have done. Not only that, people today, so they think they have done it. Oh, yeah, the 2 years ago, you best say no, ya mom good, ever press a mom. Okay, so I'm saying, yeah, the 2 years ago, oh, there be a moon call you. Dabi, Obi and will be a forest bimu. Then him say, no mirror forest, or you wire belt forest, wire forest. And I love it when he said, Obia the president, Dimba, Monteno. I wish the president was signed to this. Yes, the gold is for Ghanaians. The gold is for ours. What is happening? The gold is ours. Yeah? And Ghanaians that are going to be mining the gold, are supposed to be responsible enough, are supposed to be patriotic enough, are supposed to be human enough to think about nature. Oma kwaku gu forest no say Ghana forest omo tutu nsase asai yensuo owia and we tan ho ba ebe abeka je say oma obi bia okose forest bi mu ese forest bi asai yensuo emrani nindi. And this is what we are looking for. So Mr. President, we want you to assign to this, and this is not coming from anybody. This is coming from the Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency. So I am very much sure that the President is aware of all this that he's saying, and the President endorsed to it. Let's fight and save our water and environment. The last day, the last tree dies, the last man dies. And I say, the last day, we lose our water. That is the end of this universe. Let's save our environment. And he said something, that if you protect the universe, the environment, if you protect nature, nature will protect you. Mr. Mustafa, may God bless you. May God give you the boldness. May God continue to give you that honesty, that truthfulness in you to be able to speak up regardless. I watched one video of this same young gentleman where he made mention of my principles does not even allow me to do certain things. I think he was having an interview with one of the hypocritic journalists in Ghana at Asampa. I watched that video. I wanted to respond to it, but at some point I felt like, and sometimes because I don't have a studio and I'm really struggling, even right now as I'm sitting here, I have my phones on my lap and I have to position myself in a way that it wouldn't be swinging and all those stuff, right? But Charlie, a lot of things needs to be talked about. Some of these people, if you need people to hear you people, Charlie, this is the time that you should be taking advantage of the social media. Mundo give mainstream media for obi a hypocrite. And that for and trophobia. At the point of the interview when I was watching, this man was talking in a way that I think I need to respond to that video. And you said something to him that I really, really liked. Hypocrisy in the highest level. So I pray that may God in his own wisdom give you the courage to be able to stand, so that your principles will guide you through whatever position you've gotten in life, and to be able to strive high to where you want to get to. Inti Galamse, no, thank you so much, Mr. President, for responding to us. Gone are the days by now near jail. Last year by this time I was in jail. Yes, I feel that I sorry assume odne oteho ojonso oteho o didi oteho na ye da toilet him this year, this same time last year, na ye da cell, na ye prepare ye e de court today as we speak, and I'm here minimudim komoyin, right? And thanks to the government, thanks to the president, but then the most important thing is that you people do something to stop the galamsey going on in the country. Thank you. Let's go to the next video. Now, in Sebne Dorso, let me put Mr. IGP here. Mr. IGP, I want you to watch this video. Viewers' discretion is advised. And before I play the video, I beg that viewers' discretion is really advised, because this video contains a bit of violence, and I am not encouraging violence, but then calling on the security to act on this. I don't know what actually this guy has done. I don't know what is really wrong, but then whatever the situation is in life, I don't think for no reason, young men in this country should resort ourselves into this kind of violence. Maybe if you listen to what this guy has done, maybe it will make sense. But at least, you guys, I saw some of them trying to call the guys to calm down and not act on it like that, and hey, munyabuche. But then, gone are the days when we're growing up. There was something called volunteer in our societies, where we arrest criminals and thieves within the area, people who are perpetrating crime against the people living in the communities. And now, I think if that is exactly what these guys are doing, and this guy has committed any crime, gone are the days when they catch you, they beat you, they take you to a himfie, or they hand you over to the police. I don't think or see any reason why this should be happening. And the IGP must do something about this. The IGP must do something. Yesterday I did a program on TikTok, and I was saying something that, Mr. President, now even when you speak to some of the police officers in Ghana Police Service right now, they are saying that the Ghana Police Service needs a revival. The Ghana Police Service needs somebody to come and kick in that discipline and bring back the sanity, the integrity that the Ghana Police has. I am not to disrespect Mr. Yohuno. No. He's probably doing his best. He's also doing what he has to do. But this calls for an attention. The regional commander, wherever this happened, and this is why I was talking about cybersecurity and IT. There is nowhere in the world, in any civilized community, where these people will be hiding. No, they will find them. Whatever it is, then they come and tell the police what actually happened, what transpired, what actually, what do you call it? Like, got them so angry, so mad, that this thing has to resolve the way it happened. Like I said earlier, viewers' discretion is still advised. Let's listen to the video. Those on YouTube wouldn't see it, but I'm playing the video on Facebook, and let's watch this. These are some young individuals who has arrested a young man in the video, and you can see how. Thank you. You can see the other young guys telling them that, hey, right? But then one person came using a cutlass on him, and you can see that they are also mentioning his name. So it means that they know him. They know him. Whatever this guy has done, at least You guys doing a good thing by arresting him. You were supposed to hand him over to the police. You were supposed to hand him over to the. This hooliganism and things needs to stop in this country. And it's like our Ghana police service or our government is allowing some of these things to continue happening, and I think that this should be dealt with. This should be dealt with. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And I wish somebody can cut this part and share it with the president. Is this the kind of country we want to build? You can hear from the communication that they know each other, right? But you know, one of the things that really hurts me so much about this video is that they are also filming whatever that is happening. And I know for sure that it is nobody than one of the same people who were doing this act were the ones filming it. Why must you even film this and put it in the public domain? What are you communicating? What? So my brothers, this thing you didn't do well. I hope and believe that there are still young people who in this country who have courage to face crime, to go after crime, to make sure that the right things will be done in our society. I don't know what this guy has done, and I wouldn't condemn those guys who has arrested this guy and holding him down, right? But I believe that even if you have the courage, these are young people who could have been in our military, who could have been in our police service, but then because of our system, they are not getting the opportunities to be in our systems, to be working for the country, to be using their boldness, their courage, whatever they have to be fighting for the country. But then I don't think we have to also resort our boldness and whatever it is. You see, so I think that IGP must do something about this. The regional commander, wherever this issue happened, must act as soon as possible. And this is the time that we need a revival. Okay, we need a revival. We need a strong person. We need a disciplinarian. And I said this all the time, that the Ghana Police Service needs somebody who can really straighten things and make sure things are done properly. Yes. And I've been speaking with some of the police officers about, I know Mr. Yohuno is going out of office soon, right? And most of the time, I don't know, but it is right for we to speak to some of the young police officers and the senior police officers to get their own view or grip of who they want to take over the next thing and why. I have been speaking with most police officers, and Mr. President, with the maximum of respect, this reassigning of contract to some police officers in the service needs to end. There are still young and able, intelligent, bold, patriotic people in the Ghana Police Service who can work with your government, because I know that it is government as usual. But then there are still people within the police service who can do this, and they need to be given the opportunity. No contract should be given to any police officer who is going on a pension. There are still young people within the police service that can do this job. And we need discipline. And Mr. President, if these things continue in your tenure of office, this sends some level of indiscipline and insecurity in your era, and something must be done about it. Something needs to be done about this, Mr. President. With a maximum of respect, the law must always remain the law. And it doesn't matter. You know, there are certain minion things that happen that, okay, we can overlook as a country. But this insecurity, we can never allow this happen. Imagine if this guy also have another clerk or clique of guys somewhere. They would also start coming revenge. And what happens? What happens? We don't have to encourage this. I came today to do this video particularly on this particular video. That is the reason why I on my live today. And I hope and wish that the president does something about this. We must not sit down as a country and allow such insecurity to be happening in our country. We need discipline. We need a system of governance. Ghana has always seen as a peaceful country to the world. And I believe and agree that if we all are going to allow the laws to work, allow the Ghana police to do their job diligently, allow them to freely act as police, instill discipline and the kind of level of lawless behavior, that is being orchestrated by, are being dealt with and punished by the security service, some of these things wouldn't be happening. Please, with the maximum of respect, the Ghana Police Service, the next IGP that should be appointed, Mr. President, I don't know how and the systems you put in place in selecting the next IGP, but I want you to speak to some of the young police officers, some of the senior officers in the Ghana Police Service, and you will get the information who they wish become their next IGP. I have spoken with a lot of people, and they are calling on a lot of people, but I have been getting one name, one particular name, and I think that this needs to be well investigated, and if fairly due, this person can bring the discipline in our system, then that person should be given the opportunity to work for this country, to also help your government progresses. I always say this, that I don't do what I do to denigrate anyone. I do what I do for the purposes of my nation building. I do what I do because I believe that Ghana needs fixing. And when it's properly fixed, it will favor me and you, regardless of the political party or your beliefs. We need to come together as one people and fix our problems as a society, as a country. Let's all come together as one people with no hatred, with no anger against each other, but build a country that we all deserve in the future. Long live Ghana, and God continue to bless our homeland. Until we meet again, the name has always remained Rob the fellow Ghanaians. Like the video, share the video. Don't forget to put your comment in the comment section. My YouTube account is Rob the fellow Ghanaians TV. If you're on Facebook and you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, you can go there and subscribe. If today is your first time watching me on YouTube as well, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share my videos, like my videos, and don't forget the most important, put your comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Am I doing the right thing? Am I saying something wrong? Do you also agree with what I'm saying? Let me read some comments as we hit an hour so that we wrap up the show. Very, very necessary, and it's true. This is coming from Afori. This one says, you are saying the truth to a system long gone. You love the sounds of your own voice. Come to northern region where the poverty is extremely, yet they have lost responsibility in the NDC and the MPP government. Drinking water, no policies in the northern region and most parts of the northern part of Ghana. Thank you. I think this should be looked up to, and they are watching, so it is very good that we put our comments in the comment section and they will read it. Thank you so much for coming in with that. This one says they have committed crime in the first place. They have to be tracked and arrested independent of what he has done. Independent or irrespective of what they have done, maybe. So keep up the good work, bro. God and for country bless you. Thank you. Let me go to YouTube and also read. We know the NDC. We know you are NDC, but taking on our king was insult. You should apologize. Unless you tell me what I actually said that is wrong, then I would apologize to it if it matters, my brother. Aristo. Okay, also because we Asantes will never let you go freely without apologizing to our king about what you said. What did I say? I said we Asantes. We are sick as a people. Hey, Aristo, your chopper, you this man should be very, very careful and apologize to her Otunfo about what you said. concerning illegal mining in Ghana. Otunfo himself said whatever I said. So what are you talking about? Tell me what I said that was wrong, and I will apologize to that. If you can be able to put it in the comment section. Michael says, Zena, you no get sense, so shut up and listen to wisdom instead of insulting him. Okay, thank you. Um, this one says, keep up the good work. Thank you. Mary Japan says, what did he did communication? Oh, I think he was talking about Mahama. Keep up the good work. This one say he may. Hey, my man. Good morning. Go high. Thank you. Wisdom is speaking. Hi. Um, this one also says, we appreciate what you're doing. Keep it up, my brother. On Facebook, this one says, well done, Ralph. God richly bless you, and you bless you very well. This Albert also sends love. You are doing well. God bless you. God bless us all. So, like I said, we need to wrap up and go. We have other things to attend to today. I just wanted to come briefly and respond to this particular video that I played, and I think the IGP must act on it. Call on the regional commander. They needs to investigate this video, and wherever these guys are, they need to come and explain what really happened, what this guy has really done, that we are doing this to, and if indeed they did the right thing by arresting this guy, they should be educated and at least let them know that you can never take the laws into your hands and resort violence like this or unleash pain like this on anybody. What they did, even though I don't know whatever that happened, but this is wrong in all kinds and it needs to be condemned. Let's all rise up. Or say, oh, Raf, Raf, we love you so much. Thank you, Big Brown. This one says all of them must be arrested because this is the highest of has their stupidity. They are never going to stop this foolishness. They rather belong to the prison. Right, those are comments coming from individuals. So, thank you so much for joining my videos once again, and we'll meet you day again. Put your comments in the comment section, like the video, and don't forget to share. I'll say, Raf, please tell the NDC people to stop land guards in Ghana and Galamsey because the government starts to polish the Galamsey issue. I think, all right, that is your thought, so it needs to be respected. God bless you. But we should at least also restrain from hypocrisy as well, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, because we well, there's no excuse to this, but I think this government has done really well by coming to even respond to this and trying to do something. Ever since this government came to office, I think 8 months now or 9 months we are going, nobody has been able to come out to say this government has actually given a license to anybody to go and mine in any forest reserve. But then gone are the days government was actually issuing licenses, including even the day that we protest. On the same day of the protest or the same week of the protest, government was actually giving licenses for individuals to go into forest reserve to go and mine. And at the end of the day, today, the same people are out, trying to call on Ghanaians to see this government to be not doing anything. That is the hypocritic part of it. And some of their people have even come out to call them out. Owusu Bempa, I saw a video calling them out that they should stop that because they don't have no moral right to be calling this government. They've done a lot. If you want to know, go and watch Erastus Asaridonko's interview where he was talking about getting so irritated when he hears some NDC MPP people today talking about, Galamsey destroying our water bodies. Yes, this has been going on. There are NDC MPP people in the Galamsey doing it. I can attest to that. But our forest reserves and water bodies has been as it is because of some individuals within the MPP who never took it, like it was nothing. They were just doing whatever they were doing to destroy our water bodies and destroy us like nothing. And I wish and hope that what Mustafa Bandi said Yeah, the government will not only go after those doing galamsey today, but those that are also into galamsey and destroying our water bodies in the past, or that have destroyed our water bodies in the past. They'll go after them. Those that have destroyed our forest will be arrested for this. Thank you so much for joining once again. The name has always remained Rob the Philogonians. Those on YouTube, thank you so much for coming, share the video, like the video, and put your comment in the comment section. We'll meet again. Adios.